Entschuldigung, Zahlen bitte. Hello, English-speaking world, all the German learners, I greet you. In this video, we'll be looking at numbers. First, you have to learn the names of the numbers from 0 to 12. They are 0, 0, 1, 1. The number 1 in German is equal to the indefinite article, which in English is or n. To use it correctly, you have to learn the German article declination. For now, just remember that if it is followed by something, then it is ein. If not, then it is eins. Ein, eins. Zwei, zwei. Drei, drei. Vier, vier. Fünf, fünf. Sechs, sechs. Sieben, sieben. Acht, acht. Neun, neun. 10, 10. 11, 11. 12, 12. After that, up until 20, you just say the unit and add 10 afterwards, similar to English. 3 plus 10 is 13. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I marked the exceptions in red. Watch out, 14 and 18 are not exactly following the pronunciation rules in naturally spoken German. 14 instead of 14 and 18 instead of 18. But don't worry about these two. When it comes to the numbers of 10, the 0 at the end is called zig. So you combine the units with zig and you get the respective number of 10. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Let's look at the numbers in between. How much is that? 4 und 50? The answer is 54. This is how it's done. Just put the unit first, add und, and then the number of 10. In natural German, the D of und is usually silent. So 2 und 70 ist 72. 3 und 90 ist 93. Now, from 100 on, there's a little twist, because Germans probably thought with numbers higher than 100 and above, it's kind of unpractical to start with the units. So the system changes to the amount of hundreds plus the word hundred, which is 100 in German. 100, 200, 300, and so on. There are no exceptions. Then the next step is 10 times 100, which is 1000. In German, that is 1000. It works the same way. So it is 1000, 2000, 3000, and so on. So how do you count the numbers in between? Simple. You just line them up, starting with the biggest number. Let's look at some examples. 102, 180, 200, 2674. 10.528. 947.351. Alright, now to the really big numbers. Some things change here. 1000 multiplied by 1000 is 1.000.000. This has a female article, eine, instead of ein, and it is its own word, separated from the rest of the numbers. Also, if you have more than one, then you will use the plural form. 2.000.000, 3.000.000, 4.000.000, and so on. These rules apply to all the big numbers from now on. 1.000.000 multiplied by 1000 is 1.000.000.000, 2.000.000.000, 3.000.000.000, and so on. 1.000.000.000 multiplied by 1000 is 1.000.000.000. 1.000.000.000 multiplied by 1000 is 1.000.000.000. 1.000.000.000 multiplied by 1000 is 1.000.000.000. 1.000.000.000 multiplied by 1000 is 1.000.000.000,000,000,000. You might have noticed that this system of large numbers differs from the American one. In Europe, we use the so-called long scale, while in the US, the short scale is used. So a billion does not equal 1.000.000,000. Let's repeat what we've learned. The basic numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Until 20, the numbers are a combination of the unit and 10. For example, 13. Exceptions are 16, 17. The numbers of 10 are created by the amount of tens followed by zig, like 40, 50. Exceptions are 20, 30, 60, 70. The numbers in between start with the unit, then and then the number of 10. For example, 26, 26, 47, 85. 100 is 100 and 1000 is 1000. The amount of hundreds or thousand comes before the word, like 100, 200, 1000, 2000. The very large numbers are 10 squared 6, 1.000.000, 2.000.000. 10 squared 9, 1.000.000.000, 2.000.000.000. 10 squared 12, 1.000.000.000. 10 squared 15, 1.000.000.000. 10 squared 18, 1.000.000.000. 10 squared 21, 1.000.000.000. Here's a final example. Can you read this number? It is 1.234.567.890. Bonus info! Here are 5 useful things to know about numbers. Number 1. Here are the most important mathematical symbols. Plus is plus, and equal is gleich. For example, 1 plus 1 ist gleich 2. You can say ist gleich is equal to, or you can say either ist or gleich. 2 minus 1. 2 mal 4. 9 durch 3. We occasionally write x as a symbol of multiplication, but the official symbol is just a dot. You also might know a symbol of division with a line in between, but in Germany we usually just use a colon. Number 2. There is a rare alternative to 2, which is 2. It is used to distinguish 2 and 3, but it is not the official way of saying it. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 3. If you count years before 2000, they are counted in centuries. So basically you don't use thousand. For example, this is 1800. 1992. But 2017. Number 4. You can add und between large and small numbers, especially if there is no number of 10. For example, 180, 101, 1002, 1111. It is mainly used for understanding the numbers better, because this is where the counting system changes. Number 5. The numbers you've learned are used to count things, in other words, to give an amount. When talking about an order, you need to use ordinal numbers, in German Ordinalzahlen. There are 2 ways to use them. Firstly, as a standalone word like first, second, third. You create them by adding tens to the end of the number. Second or secondly in German is zweitens. Fourth is viertens. There are 3 exceptions. First is erstens. Third is drittens. And seventh is siebtens. The second way is using it as an adjective, like the 6th day or my second try. This is fairly simple, but it requires some advanced knowledge about adjective declination. To create this kind of numerical adjective, just add a t to the end of the number. Then use it as any other adjective. Der 6. Tag. Mein zweiter Versuch. Again, there are the same 3 exceptions. First is erst. Third is dritt. And seventh is siebt. Alright, that's it. Now you know everything you need to know about numbers. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and I will try to answer them. Like and share this video und vielen Dank für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit.